It was kind of neat. The church was growing, and there was definitely a need for space, and then the vision was cast. I'm on board with all this. Why am I here this morning? I had 2 hours in the morning is because, again, if I can motivate somebody to give, to think about being part of the thing, that's the main thing. So I'm in industrial sales, and in such, it's 100% commission, and so it's difficult to budget from year to year because you just don't know how the economy is going to be and how business is going to be. So when we prayed about and talked about our 3-year commitment, we were trying to figure out how we were going to do that, not having a firm budget where you could plan on a set amount of money each year. And we decided that we were just going to stretch ourselves, trust God, have faith that He was going to supply what we put out there. And it was pretty amazing because 2 out of those 3 years were two of the best years that I had ever had in my business. The economy was humming. Business just dropped into my lap. It had nothing to do with me. It was all God. In the first 2 years, we were able to meet each of those 2 years' commitments. The third year was a little bit tougher. The economy dropped off, but by God's grace and with some sacrifices, some lack of vacations, and some other budgeting things that we did, we were able to make it work. I think we were a month late over the 3-year commitment, but we got it done. But as I look back, it was all a God thing. I think that may have. And again, there was some sacrifice on our part, but it was nothing compared to what God did, because the joy of seeing that auditorium just filled with new people, people coming to Christ, people new to Christ, people learning about the Lord. I mean, it was worth it, Adam. It was absolutely worth it. So it's a combination of joy, just a reminder of God's faithfulness, that He honors those who honor Him. Yeah, it was just like, wow. What God did was just unreal. It's interesting, as every year or two, we've been trying to increase our weekly giving. So even though our income has dropped in the last few years because the economy hasn't been that good, we've either maintained or increased our weekly giving. And it's amazing. God has been faithful in still supplying all of our needs. I think the main thing is that we're just reminded that, again, God honors those who honor Him, and He is just faithful. He has always supplied Sharon and I above and beyond what we could have ever imagined. If you are uneasy about what that's going to do to your budget, if you are challenged about what that might do to your budget, if you're a little bit nervous about it, that's good. That's God stretching you and molding you to think about eternal things, the big picture. I have been molded, stretched, changed, influenced, impacted, all those words, by my relationships with others, from Dave Whiting, Scott, all the way down to the people that greet me at the door, the people that are here on the weekends cleaning the building, everybody in between. We've prayed about it, we've talked about it, we've kind of settled on a figure that we think will work for us. We've stretched ourselves a little bit again, but God took care of us the first time. He's going to do it this time as well. So we're just looking forward to seeing what God is going to do this time around.